Wonderful day for Altrincham Football Club this afternoon. 3 points on the board with a victory over Bristol Rovers, and we're talking to Lee Sinnott. Lee, great performance today. You can't have asked for much more from the lads. Right from the word go, we had a really, really good performance from number 1 to number 11.
I'd agree with you. I thought that we can justifiably say that we did enough today to say that we deserve to win the game. Without blowing your trumpet too much. If you look at the last 7 days, it's been a baptism of fire, hasn't it? We played Aldershot away, Lincoln at home, and now Bristol Rovers at home. And I've seen an improvement in each performance. I thought we were better against Lincoln than we were against Aldershot, and I thought we were better today against Bristol Rovers than we were against Lincoln. So from a manager's point of view, that's the important thing, to see the the progression and the improvement as we go along. But we know, we still need to improve. We look at areas that caused us problems. I thought we defended very well today. I thought we suffered in the first couple of games, maybe from too many balls coming in from wide areas, but you can't eradicate that completely. But I thought we kept him to a lower score in that aspect. But I thought when the balls did come in the box as well, I thought we defended them very well.
Yeah, certainly Tom Marshall and Luca Haven had a terrific game this afternoon.
Yeah, but I'd add to that with Scott Leather, who's been away all week, with his job, so he hasn't been training with us, and also Adam Griffin as well. I mean, Martin the winger put a lovely ball in about 10 minutes to go, and Adam Griffin is not the tallest of full-backs, but he was at full stretch, and there was somebody behind him ready to take advantage. But he managed to clear the ball, skimmed off the top of his head. So you could say the whole back four defended well, but also as well, Brian, I thought we defended well in front of the back four as well, which is always important in any game.
And Adam Griffin had a couple of 2 or 3 difficult situations after they scored the goal. It all seems to be in his area, but he dealt with them very well, as you said.
Yeah, it's sticking to the cause, isn't it? And I thought the players did that admirably. I mean, we had a very, very productive first half. It's one of those scenarios, isn't it, when you don't want half time to come, but of course it does come. We had a word at half time that Bristol Rovers, would have things to say probably at half time and would come out strong in the second half. That's exactly what happened. And I thought we weathered their patches of coming onto us well. It was disappointing to concede the goal, but no, I thought we defended. I thought we defended well in the second half. But there's also aspects of that to learn from as well.
And Damien Reeves has scored a fantastic goal, a great finish, and no goalkeeper in the world is going to get near that.
No, beautiful clean strike. Technique was very good, drifted off. So that's pleasing. Centre forward was it 2 games from now. But I thought some of our forward play, although can improve, where we don't give the ball away cheaply, unnecessarily, because as you step up the levels, you can pay for it in that aspect, can't you? But I thought some of our forward play as well was very good. Yeah, asked the Bristol Rovers defence quite a few questions.
Yeah, you've got to be very pleased with Stephen Gillespie's contribution in the first 3 games. He looked very lively. Hasn't scored a goal yet, but his contribution's been excellent.
Oh, you can tell that, I mean, he was getting a little bit tired late on. Obviously, it was against one of his previous teams, but we've said to all the players, right, you give us what you've got for as long as you can. And to be fair to Steve and Nicky, they held their hand up saying that, they were getting a little bit fatigued, so that's why the substitutions were made. But, yeah, I mean, he pulls off into those lovely little pockets, doesn't he, Steve Gillespie? And, although he hasn't scored yet, you can see him scoring, but he can also create for people as well.
And Bristol Rovers, they've been in our half a lot, but they didn't cause us too many problems.
No. I thought, like I said before, that we defended as 2 units. I thought we defended well in that aspect. So that was pleasing. We looked like a team that was quite hard to break down, and that was pleasing, obviously.
Some of the closing down in the first half was of the absolute highest calibre. No team in the world is going to keep that up for 90 minutes, but you've got to be absolutely delighted with phenomenal effort.
Well, of course, yeah. I mean, if you notice as well, I mean, you've obviously seen the first 2 games as well, Brian, Aldershot and Lincoln, and that's what they did to us, didn't they? They came at us very, very, very quickly, very strong. And we just mentioned to the players that, because of the expectations surrounding Bristol Rovers, coming down into this division, that, maybe they may be a little bit nervous in today's game. But if we didn't ask them those questions, then we'd never find out. Hence, it was a dual-edged sword, really, because teams have started strongly against us. We wanted to start strongly, obviously, today, which which means then you're not being put under pressure. So and you're putting the opposite team under pressure. So yeah, delighted with the start, but as you rightly point out, you can't keep it up for the whole 90 minutes. But I thought the players put a lot into today, and were duly rewarded with the win.
Finally, Lee, perhaps today we can put into perspective the performances the performances by Aldershot and Lincoln, because they've done well since they've played us. Aldershot put in a good performance against Eastleigh on Thursday night. Lincoln have done very well. Good start to the season, won at Barnet today. So perhaps they were good sides.
Well, I always think any league takes 6-8 games to settle down, Brian. I've spoke to you this about before. So come the end of October, beginning of November, not pre-season, the start of the season is a very distant memory, isn't it? So it'll be interesting to see where those teams that you mentioned will be in that time. Strange in a way. I mean, we could have drew against Aldershot, we could have drew against Lincoln, and maybe lost today, which people might have thought, well, okay, it's Bristol Rovers, but we've won one game and ended up with one more point than if we'd have drew, the first two games. So, that's pleasing, obviously, that the team, the squad has put points on the board.
That's Lee Sinnott there, following the first victory of the season, hopefully the first of many, as Altrincham put 3 points on the board with a 2-1 victory over Bristol Rovers. And we move on to our next challenge, which is at Southport next Saturday.